Coca-Cola 600 on Fox is delivered by UPS. Watch David Reagan compete with the delivery drivers of UPS and Maximum Driver. Go to racing.ups.com.
Getting ready to go back to green and perhaps one lap here at Lowe's Motor Speedway. 177 complete. 223 to go. Here's a question from Ask.com. What tracks have facilities where you can live year-round? Get the answer now at Ask.com and enter the Ask.com NASCAR Challenge. You could win daily prizes or a trip to Talladega from the official search engine of NASCAR.
If we don't get out of this booth pretty soon, this is going to be one of them.
There's Bobby Labonte. He's on the lead lap in 24th spot.
Kind of anxious to see what's going to happen with that 24 car of Jeff Gordon when we drop the green flag. Sitting back there in the 8th spot, Steve Letarte decided to maybe go and roll the dice and just put 2 right side tires. Really one of the few that I saw that time with this many laps to go that went with just 2 right sides.
I think that's a guy that's racing the halfway. That's what I think. I think when he saw that rain coming, I'm thinking he might have let that kind of have an influence on his decision.
26 cars on the lead lap, including David Reagan, who got the free pass. Max Pappas, the world-class road racer from Como, Italy, has taken his car to the garage area. And we're ready for our Claret and Clear to Drive restart with Claret and Clear indoors and out.
Boys, we're good to go from here on. There's no more. I look out there. I see blue skies way over there where we've been seeing rain all day. I'm feeling good about this thing now.
Pull that recoil starter and get that vortex spinning.
Yeah, we've had lunch, get dinner ready now, and we're going to finish this thing off.
Kyle Busch, Casey Kane, Jimmy Johnson. Carl Edwards, Juan Pablo Montoya. Green flag.
Got David Gilliland in that 71 car up there. How he got a lap down. He had that pit road speeding penalty after being up in the top 20 for most of the race.
Well, he's not going anywhere right now, Larry. I don't know if he's got a flat tire, missed a gear, but, man, he backed everybody up.
Yeah, he stacked that whole line as they're 3 wide already over in turn 2.
Wow, Montoya's a rocket on restarts. Up there on the outside, right up against the bumper of Carl Edwards. Now gives Carl a little room.
Ooh, yikes. Oh, boy, don't look back, boys. That's about as wadded up as I've seen them today on a restart.
Well, everybody's racing hard to halfway, and then we'll see what happens. Here's Logano on the outside of Ambrose, and there's Kurt Busch caught in the middle.
It's my favorite thing.
That hole closed up in a hurry.
Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am stuck in the middle.
Well, you know that car we're looking at right in front of him, that 83 car, Brian Vickers. He's trying to get back to the front. There's Joey Logano and that 20 car, the rookie, right on the rear bumper of Montoya in the 42.
This may well be the hardest 20 laps these drivers run today. Second place, Jimmy Johnson goes for it as Logano passes Montoya, and Johnson works over Casey Kane.
I think this is one of those times we're going to find out how good that 48 car can be, because he thinks, halfway I got to get the lead just in case.
Well, you don't think they've stepped it up? 6 of our top 7 just ran their fastest lap of the race right there as Rudiman and Kurt Busch get mighty close to each other coming off turn 4.
I believe Rudiman's car, he's been in the wall. I just don't think it's driving good enough for him to be racing maybe as hard as he's trying to race.
Now Ambrose, who was a lap down, might have got up and into Montoya just a bit down in turn 1, but no big damage. As there's Allmendinger, white and green alongside David Rudiman. Now Allmendinger is 1 lap down. Allmendinger almost stuffed it in the turn 4 fence that time.
I think this racetrack has really picked up a lot of grip. I believe that little rain shower, it's cloudy and overcast. Temps are down a little bit. I believe we picked up a little grip. Seeing a little more racing going on than we've seen earlier in the day.
He talked about Marcos Ambrose in that 47 car. What he's working so hard right now is to stay the first car a lap down. Should we get a caution, he'd get the free pass back on the lead lap.
Well, he's hanging pretty good, actually. Hanging right there with those fast cars. Doing a pretty good job.
Yeah, he's just ahead of 7th place Matt Kenseth in the 17. And now goes after Montoya. Nothing there.
You can look underneath coming off turn 2, but boy, it's hard to make it stick.
Kenseth is going to make that pass off turn 4.
Matt just slid it in front of Marcos to get that spot away from him, move forward.
Boy, Matt Kenseth in that 17 car, his car is right around the bottom, actually left side tires below the line, and he's going after Montoya now.
Yeah, one thing I noticed about the 17 car is he's pretty good on the short run. Been falling off a little on the longer runs.
He passes Montoya, and 3 wide with Jamie Mack again in the middle. He's been there before. Yeah. And this time he gets off the corner ahead of Mark Martin and Kurt Busch. But here's the tale of the tape. 6 of the top 7 cars just ran their fastest lap of the race. Every one of them in the top 7 except race leader Kyle Busch. Fast cars, fast track, racing our way at least to halfway. What do you say? How about a Memorial Day? Crank it up. Montoya almost got in the fence up in turn number 3. Reports that car has gone very tight.
And I just think that's the grip level in the racetrack that's picked up a lot. If you've been loose, that's really going to help your car. It's going to make it fast, but if you're tight, might not help that so much.
You know, I believe a car that has made improvements steadily all day long is this car we're riding with, the 99 car. Carl Edwards sitting up there after starting 19th in the top 5. Had a sandwich during a little red flag. He's ready to go here.
He's in 4th place.
You know, you got to figure Carl Edwards is going to break out of somewhat of a slump before too long. I mean, you're talking about a cat that won 9 races last year.
And a lot of them on tracks like this, 1.5 mile track.
1.5 miles.
I'm sure it's coincidence, but Olympic and now Dancing with the Stars champion gymnast Shawn Johnson was here, and Kyle Petty had her do a backflip off the door of one of their driving school cars. So there's already been a backflip done. If Carl wins, there'll be another one. Matt?
Mike, the 2 crew members are up on the wall. Conversation from Kurt Busch. Bad vibration on the right front. Seem to be getting worse, so they're expecting to service this car here shortly.
And normally when you get a vibration, that's an indication that just possibly that right front wheel may be loose.
Yeah, he's dropping down. He's coming in this time by. He's not going to play around. Here he comes on pit road. He's definitely got a serious problem.
We're a long way from what would be green flag pit stops, probably about 30 to 35 laps from now.
Kurt had been running 15th when he dropped to the inside and came to pit road under the green flag. He'll lose at least 1 lap and perhaps 2, Matt.
And as they go to work servicing the Blue Deuce, the biggest thing now for crew chief Pat Tryson is to keep his crew members and his driver, keep their heads in the game, not let this beat them and take them out of their game any more than what they've already done themselves. Keep your car in position and try to capitalize on your lucky dog and get back in this, because it looks like we're going to have a lot more laps left to run.